Hi everyone, this is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to my channel. In this video, I am going to show you a tool which I found out while researching for a simple disposable tool which I could use for a simple task of chatting with my PDF files locally with Ollama models. I know that I already have done heaps of videos on similar tools. Most of them are production ready, but not this tool. So the purpose of this tool is to give you a very quick, easy, I would say dirty way of doing this very quickly with the help of some Docker files. All you need to do is to just install it through Makefile, and then you can start chatting with your PDF files. That's about it. It's a simple drag in a very simple way. But if you're looking for something for production usage, I don't think so. This is a good choice. For that, I would suggest just go to my channel and search with PDF. You should be able to find a lot of videos around it. Now, I will be using this PDF bot with Ollama. It is going to install the Ollama as part of the Docker file. And if you don't know what Ollama is one of the easiest, fastest, and simplest way of running large language models locally on your system. And I have already covered Ollama to sort of death in my channel. I have done more than 600 videos just on Ollama from various angles, and I'm not exaggerating. You can search it out. So I am assuming that you already have Ollama installed, which is quite simple. And even if you don't worry about it because it is going to install it for you. Now, before I take you forward, let me introduce you to the sponsors of the video, who are AgentQL. AgentQL is a query language that turns any web page into a data source. AgentQL works on any page, public or private, any site, any URL, even behind the authentication. It is resilient, it is reusable, and it structures the output according to the shape of your query. And I will drop the link to their website in video's description. Okay, so let's try to get this thing installed, the PDF bot with Ollama. I'm just going to take you to my terminal and let me show you my OS. And this is my operating system, which is Ubuntu 22.04. And let me also show you my GPU card, which is NVIDIA RTX A6000 with 48 GB of VRAM, courtesy Massed Compute. Let me create a virtual environment. Let's run it. And now let git clone the repo, and I will drop the link to it in video description. It's a very simple repo and we have seeded into that repo. Now, the good thing is that all you need from here is to have the make installed and also the Docker, of course. So let me show you my Docker version. So I'm running a recent and latest version of Docker. Plus this is my make version, which comes pre-installed with the Ubuntu Linux, and I believe it's almost available in every operating system. And if you don't know how to install Docker, please search my channel. I already have done a very simple to follow video around it. Now, in order to run this, all you need to do is to run make start. If you are just using CPU, if you have a GPU like me, just run make start dash GPU, and it is going to start provisioning the Docker containers for you. And you can see that as soon as you run it, it has started downloading all the containers and then it will run them. So let's wait. And make sure that at least you have around 7 to 8 GB or maybe 10 GB, because it also downloads the model and everything just comes prepared for you once it's launched. Because if you look here on the bottom section, the Ollama, it is downloading the model and extracting it, and then the top one, that is the app, which includes a lot of things like, I believe it also includes an in-memory data store, because behind the scene it is doing the RAG or retrieval augmented generation. For that, it needs an embedding model plus a large language model. So that is why it is taking around, I would say, 10 gig or so. Okay, here you can see that it has pulled all the containers, but it has given me the error. The reason being is that it is trying to use the port 11434, because it is trying to run Ollama in the container, whereas I already have Ollama running on my local system on the same port. So what I will do here, I will just say systemctl and stop ollama.service, and that is going to release the port. and let me run that. Make start again, and it is going to launch it properly now. And there you go. So you see now this time it has launched it, and now it is running on my local system at port 8501. Let me access it there in my browser. And there you go. We have our application running on our local host. I have adjusted the screen so you can see that it's very simple. On the left hand side, all you need to do is to browse files, or you can drag and drop them, and then you can start chatting on the right hand side. So let me select a file from my local system. So I have just uploaded this file report.pdf. It is saying that what do you want from report.pdf. I can ask it summarize this file, and it has produced the response. So, and this is actually a file about another tool which I did earlier from IBM. But anyway, you see that I just asked it to summarize this file, and it has produced a very nice summary. Maybe I'll select another file. I'll just go and just bear with me while I search for my files. My system is all over the place. I have selected another file, and it seems that it only selects one file at a time. Let me do it again. I'm just trying to see how many files does it select. Yes, it's not really letting me select more files anyway. So I just went with one, and then I can talk it. So this file contains just a random data about myself. So I'm asking it who is Fahad Mirza. There you go. So it has just obtained it from that file. And one thing which is impressive about this is that the embedding, which means that converting this text into numerical representation is quite fast. And that is why I like this, that just does a very simple job and does it quickly and nicely. And you can talk with it, you can chat as much as you like. It's all local, all running on your system. One point here is that if you remember, we also downloaded its repo. For instance, if you want to change the model, so go to Docker Compose file, and I would highly recommend you do that. To in the repo, go to docker-compose.yaml. In that one, in this line number 18, change the model to Llama 3.2, because out of the box it just comes with Llama 2. I think the project is 1 year old, I guess, so and no updates are being made to it. So I believe that you might get an error around Llama 2, or if even if you don't, it is quite an old model. So just replace it with Llama 3.2, and it just downloads a very small model. Llama 3.2 is one of the best models. I already have covered it on the channel. So anyway, so just before doing that, running that make command, just make this change, save it, and then run it. So that's it. I hope that you enjoyed it. Let me know what do you think about this. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And let me quickly show you my VRAM consumption. I believe you can run it on CPU, but you can also run it on GPU. So you see it's just consuming 10 GB because I have the whole model loaded. But as I said, go with the smallish model in a quantized format and run it locally. And this GPU and VM is sponsored by our good friends at Mass Compute. If you're looking to rent a GPU on very affordable prices, I will drop the link to their website in video's description, and I'm also going to give you a coupon code of 50% discount on a range of GPUs. If you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. If you're already subscribed, please do me a favor and share it among your network, as it helps a lot. Thank you for watching.